Snow cone mini one shot. I don't proofread these. I just let y'all comment the mistakes and I fix them 2 months later. At Talon Ranch, a young hero was riding his horse named Epona around inside the pen. Hey listen, a magic fairy called Navi called out to the hero named Izuku. What is it? The young hero named Izuku asked as he has his horse come to a stop. It's about time for you to go to see Princess Ochako, isn't it? The fairy reminded him. Oh right, good thing you reminded me. Izuku ushered his horse to leave. Leaving already? A girl named Melissa who worked at the ranch with her father asked as he was riding by. Yep. I have to go see the princess. I'll come by tomorrow though, so I'll see you then, Izuku explained. I'll see you then, she smiled as Izuku left the ranch waving goodbye to her. Come on Epona, let's go as fast as we can, Izuku told her and she ran fast heading towards the castle. It wasn't too far from the ranch. After just a few minutes Izuku was riding up to the drawbridge. He hoped off of Epona tying her to a nearby post. He reached into a satchel, pulling out a carrot feeding it to her. Good girl, Izuku rubbed her head as she ate it happily. He went inside the two where several people recognized him. He was a hero after all. He made his way through the town, finally coming face to face with Hyrule Castle. It wasn't the first time he was here. He still remembers the first time he had to sneak through the guards to get to her. But ever since he saved Hyrule, he was allowed inside anytime he wanted, and he had gotten a message from the princess herself that she wanted to speak to him. Hey, Izuku is here. Open the gate, the main guard ordered, seeing Izuku coming his way. With the order, the gate came open, allowing Izuku to pass as he gave a nod to the guard. Princess, Sir Izuku has arrived, one of the servants informed Princess Ochako, who was currently looking at her flowers in her garden. Good. Please escort him through the castle and bring him here immediately, Ochako asked of her servant, who left with a nod. I haven't seen him in a month. I hope he is doing well. Knowing him, he was probably off exploring some random dungeon or riding his horse again. I wonder how riding a horse would be, Ochako wondered. Musical note, musical note, musical note, musical note, sharp musical note, flat. Ochako smiled as she heard the sound of her lullaby being played. Welcome Deku, Ochako smiled as she looked up to see him holding the ocarina in his hands. Hello princess, Izuku gave a bow. Ochako looked over at her window before getting up. Follow me please, Ochako went past him and led the way as he followed. She closed the door behind him as Izuku went in. Where are we? He asked, looking around. This is my bedroom. Ochako sat down on her bed. Really? There's not much here though, Izuku said, looking at the empty room. Aside from the bed, a table and 2 chairs, and a shelf with some books, and a changing station. Story continues below. I rarely spend time in here other than sleeping and changing clothes. Ochako went behind the changing station and she changed out of her princess uniform and into more casual clothes. I see. So what did you ask me for? Izuku asked. Ochako had a small blush appear on her face at his words. I just thought maybe we can spend some time together is all. Ochako looked away shyly from him. Izuku didn't understand why she was red. How about we leave the castle then? Izuku suggested. I'll leave the castle. If I did that I could get in a lot of trouble. Alright, LTS, do it. Ochako agreed to leaving. You can't just walk out the front door though. Izuku looked out the door of her room. Don't worry. I have a secret escape route, Ochako said smug-like. Sure enough, her route worked and they found themselves outside in front of the town near the drawbridge. Izuku untied Epona and hoped on her. Izuku, if you two are caught, Princess Ochako could get into serious trouble. Navi tried to talk some sense into him. It's fine, Navi. We won't be gone too long anyway. Come on, Ochako. Izuku patted the spot behind him. I've never been on a horse, Ochako admitted. She was also a bit scared to try it. It's fun once you get on, come on. You don't even have to go anything but hold on, Izuku told her. If you say so, Ochako hopped on Epona sitting right behind him. So what do I? Hiya. Izuku made Epona go. Ah. Ochako screamed at the sudden burst from the horse, causing her to grab onto Izuku from behind. You alright? Izuku asked as the two rode on Epona running through the field. Why yeah, just got scared a bit is all, Ochako responded, holding on to do dear life in Izuku. Izuku made Epona go slower so Ochako would be less scared and to enjoy it more. You can open your eyes, Izuku said to her. She opened her eyes and she saw the field of Hyrule as they ride through it, and it was beautiful. Wow, I rarely get to see anything outside of the castle ever since. Then, Ochako shuddered at the memories of a few years ago involving Ganon. She's just glad he's gone. It is pretty nice. Aside from the occasional monsters, this place is pretty nice. Do you want to try being in charge? Izuku asked her. I would love to. Ochako accepted his offer. They came to a stop and they got off, switching places so Ochako was now in control. How do I do this? Ochako asked, not knowing how to control a horse. Here, take this. Izuku moved his arms around her, grabbing the reins and placed them into her hands. And just use them to make her go. Do it several times in a row to make her go faster, and do it every so often to keep the speed. Just don't do it too much or she'll get upset and throw us off. Izuku explained how to control her. He placed his hands around her after getting permission to, so he wouldn't fall off. Ochako started out slowly, but after a bit of practice she got used to it and she went faster with the horse. See, you're getting the hang of it. Izuku smiled, feeling the wind in her hair and his face. I really am. This is amazing. I feel so alive. Ochako smiled, feeling the sunset on her face. I'm thrilled for you. But we should get back now, the sun is setting and the monsters will be coming soon, Izuku explained. Yeah, but you will protect me, won't you, hero? Ochako asked, giving him a playful tease, making him blush a bit. Why yeah, but I couldn't protect you from your father, Izuku responded. Let's go back then. They switched places again and Izuku rode her back to the drawbridge. Ochako then led the way in her room through her secret entrance. Thank you for the fun, Deku. I wish we could do more days like this, Ochako said, changing into her princess uniform once again. Why don't we? Izuku asked once she finished changing. Because you're always out on your adventures. And I'm always stuck in this castle. It's amazing we were even able to slip out with double guards these days. We were lucky my father doesn't have guards watching me all the time as well. Ochako left her room, walking back to her area with Izuku behind her. What if I visit more often? Izuku suggested to the princess. Would you really do that? Don't you have a lot of exploring to do? Like when you left right after defeating Ganon? Ochako asked. I only left to find Navi, though I got way more than I bargained for. And I don't even explore much. I am mostly doing a few small errands for people or just ridding Epona or getting yelled at by Navi, Izuku explained. I heard that. Navi complained but got ignored. If you really want to. Then I guess I wouldn't mind if you came by and then, Ochako agreed to him coming by. Great. Izuku seemed happy. It's getting late though. I can let you rest in 1 hour rooms if you'd like deku, Ochako offered. Sure. Izuku accepted it. Ochako tapped on the window and signaled for a servant to come over. He will lead you there. Good night Deku, Ochako gave a bow. Good night, Izuku gave a bow in return. Ochako watched him take a few steps before she wanted to do something she wanted to do for a long time now. Deku wait. Ochako went down the steps and planted a kiss on his cheek. WWW what? Izuku said confused and blushing while Navi snickered at this. Thank for everything hero. Ochako smiled with a blush and sent him on his way to his room for the night.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side is thing. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.